Natalie from Natalie Marie Coaching, and I'm back with another video. This one is healthy tips for when you are shopping at the grocery store, because it can be confusing in our world in the United States today. So my first tip is don't go without a list. Always have a list of what you want so that you're not just, what do I feel like eating, and then you end up throwing all the stuff in your cart and then you actually spend way more money than you want to. Also, don't go hungry, because the same thing happens. You just want to eat the whole store. And for me, it usually ends up with a bunch of donuts because I do like my donuts. So do not go shopping hungry. The third thing is to shop the perimeter, and that just means don't go in the middle. Obviously, there's going to be some things. I know you might need baking goods or cereal. I'm sure there's things that you have to go in the middle for, like ketchup or whatever. That's fine. But for the most part, do your majority of the shopping on the outside, in the produce section, the deli, the meat, all that stuff that's along the outside. That's kind of what you want to stick to, because usually that's the less processed foods. Now, speaking of the outside, when you're in the produce section, try to buy produce that is in season. Now, if you're not sure what's in season, you can always Google what's in season in my area or whatever. You can figure it out, because here's why. If it's not in season, that means that they picked it before it was ripe. It takes a week or however long it takes to get to the grocery store. I'm not completely sure. But when it's not picked at its peak, then you're losing a ton of nutrients. Now, also going along with that, you want to try to buy produce from the USA. Obviously, local is best, from your own garden. Obviously that is the best. So as local as you can, but if you can't get super local, try to make sure it's in the USA, because if it's from another country, imagine how long ago they picked it before it was actually ripe and how long it took to get over. It's depleting it of a ton of nutrients. So as local as you can get it, that's why that's so important, because they're going to pick them when they're ripe, so you're going to get the highest amount of nutrients. Also, be sure to check the number on the produce. I don't know if you know this, but usually the little stickers on the produce, they actually mean something. If it starts with a 3, then that means it's GMO. So stay away from the 3s. If it's a 4, which I'll show you here. So this is the only example I have, guys, because I currently have a community garden that I'm getting all of my stuff out of. Thank you, Jesus. But as you can see here, there's a 4 first, just conventionally grown. If there's a 9, that means it's organic. So pay attention to those numbers. Obviously, like I said in my other videos, I try to buy organic when I can. It's just not always possible for me. So the best thing would be having your own garden, but I know that's not always possible either. Just to go over those things again, don't shop when you get hungry. Always have a list. Make sure that you're shopping the perimeter. Buy produce in season. Oh, and if it's not in season, buy it frozen. You know why? Because whenever they freeze stuff, they pick it at the peak and then they freeze it. So if you need something that's not in season, frozen is your next best bet. Okay, always read your labels. Remember, 3 is GMO, 4 is conventional, and 9 is organic. And also try to make sure it's as local as possible. If you can't get super local, then make sure it's in the USA. And a lot of times they'll say it on it. Like, for instance, I have this lettuce here, and you'll see up at the top, it'll say Cleveland grown. So just look for stuff like that. The closer it is to home, even, in your state, that's better than the state beside you. So just pay attention to those things as you're shopping, and hopefully all of those tips will help you on your next grocery trip. Thanks so much for watching. This is Natalie from Natalie Marie Coaching. Organic chia seeds. Let's look at what's in this. If you look in the back, it says raw organic chia seeds. I think I know what I'm getting in that one.